Since prehistoric times, the world has changed drastically, and there's nothing that demonstrates this as clearly as the animal kingdom. Although it may not seem like it, the animals you see today in the forests, jungles, or even on farms weren't always like this. In the past, these creatures were huge in size and, in many cases, threatened human life as easily as we have invaded their natural habitats today. To prove it to you, today we will take you back to the past, specifically to prehistoric times, because only there you will learn about the creepy ancestors of the cute animals you see today at the zoo. Are you ready? Then it's time to begin. Number 5. The Bird of Terror. No matter how much you think about it, there's no bird today that's dangerous enough to make fear what's going on in the sky. In fact, the most we can fear is an attack by a hawk or any other similar animal. The same happens on Earth, with birds like ostrich or the penguin itself, which look harmless to the human eye, and some even consider them cuddly. However, in the past, things were very different. About 72 million years ago, the skies of our planet were far from safe. In fact, they were a terrifying scene that was full of all kinds of flying creatures that descended to Earth to tear their victims apart and hunted them from the ground, hiding in unexpected places. One of the most chilling fossils that have been found from this era belongs to the Bird of Terror, a strange flightless bird that's estimated to have been one of the largest predators in what we know today as South America. Its size was almost 3 meters tall. Its favorite prey were mammals and the ancestors of horses. They had a huge beak that dug into their victim and, in turn, concealed small fangs that shredded the meat. In addition, it was known for murdering its victims in sinister and bloodthirsty ways that, fortunately, humans never had to witness, since this powerful animal became extinct long before the first human beings appeared on Earth. Number 4. The Dinosaur Killer. Although it may seem curious to you, one of the few creatures of our time that keeps similarities and characteristics with the dinosaurs was one of their biggest predators in the past. We're talking, of course, about the crocodile, the beast of nature that is known for its powerful jaws and its almost impenetrable skin. However, the ancestors of the modern crocodile weren't only popular for these elements. In the past, a strange species related to alligators and crocodiles were known by the name of Dinosuchus. This beast emerged during the Cretaceous period, and it was the Greeks who baptized it with its name, which means terrible crocodile. Some of its fossil remains have survived to our time, and the image is chilling. This creature measured up to 12 meters long and weighed approximately 10 tons. Its appearance was similar to the crocodiles we know today, but its proportions were enormous. Not only was its body more robust and strong, but its jaw exerted a pressure that had nothing to envy to the bite of a megalodon. Its teeth were perfect weapons against which no creature could survive, and its skin was practically impenetrable. The most surprising thing about this beast is that its bite appears in countless dinosaur fossils, since it was its natural predator and, on many occasions, it hunted animals without even having the appetite to feed on them. Number 3. The Best Secret of the Sea. Another of the creepiest creatures that prowl through prehistory has a name as particular as its physiognomy. Science has baptized it as Dunklusteus, and studies classified as one of the most intriguing prehistoric fish. Far from the tiny and appetizing fish that abound in our oceans, the Dunklusteus was a colossal creature, a titan of the sea that no one wanted to cross. This beast was usually over 11 meters long, and its scaly skin could be compared to armored glass. Few creatures could hurt it, although this is a minor detail. The most curious thing about this huge fish was its mouth, which lacked teeth. Instead, these fish possess 2 pairs of sharp bony plates that form something very similar to a beak or a saber. Far from being a weakness, its fierce jaw was perfect for attacking and annihilating their enemies. It was generous and never disdained any morsel. Sharks, small fish, and even other fish of its own species constituted an exquisite food for this mysterious creature that dominated the seas during the Devonian period. Number 2. An unfriendly bear. Few living creatures are as terrifying as bears. These perfect killing machines are one of the largest walking mammals on our planet today. Of course, there are many types of bears, though none resemble the polar bear, one of the largest land carnivores. However, before this mighty beast had this title, there was a much more chilling creature. It's the Arctodus, or better known as the cut-faced bear, a colossal beast that decimated the grasslands and forests of North America in the Pleistocene period. Arctodus was an insatiable bear that weighed nearly 900 kilograms and reached a height of almost 5 meters. It's believed to have been the largest mammalian predator ever known, and virtually no living creature could evade its attacks. The most interesting thing about this creature is that several studies revealed that it actually was a scavenger that fed on all kinds of corpses, although most of its food was obtained with its own claws. The Arctodus even faced saber-toothed cats, prehistoric wolves, and many other predators of its time. Number 1. The Ripper. There may not be any magical dragons left on Earth from the Middle Ages, but the time has allowed the Komodo dragon to survive to show us that, perhaps, there was a time when these giant creatures of medieval myths did exist. However, the Komodo dragon may reveal something more interesting. Despite being the largest lizard on the planet, its ancestors were some of the most fearsome creatures of all time. The name its ancestors received was Megalania, although some refer to it as the giant ripper lizard. The title is not gratuitous. It's believed that the proportions of this creature could be compared to the size of a modern tank. It was 7 meters long and weighed almost 620 kilograms. But these two attributes aren't enough to describe the largest lizard that has ever populated our planet. This creature was really dangerous and dueled with other fierce species. From marsupials and wombats to giant kangaroos and many other colossal creatures, the Megalania fought for its survival day after day. Every duel was a demonstration of its strength and potent toxin. Megalania was capable of producing toxins so lethal that most of its enemies never discovered what killed them. Of course, this huge lizard lived in what we know today as Australia. Hence, it could face the deadliest and most massive wild species on record. The most curious thing about this is that the first Australian Aborigines could have crossed paths with some living Megalanians before they became extinct due to the drastic shortage of food caused by the passage of man on Earth. Of course, all these beasts offer a mysterious image that we no longer have to live with. The world seems a friendlier place today, although we can never be entirely sure. In the forests, jungles, and oceans, there are still deep secrets that are difficult to decipher. Humans are more exposed to dangers than we can imagine. Would you like to meet any of them? Do you feel ready to discover prehistoric creatures that could be hidden on our planet? Then check out the following videos and get ready to learn that we are far from being safe from the dangers of nature.